Remember your house vocabulary. La casa. Y las tareas domésticas. Washing dishes. Sweeping the floor. Do you remember all those, you guys? Okay, another minute or so. And just a reminder, if I don't see you on camera and I don't see any action from you, yeah, I cannot count you present. So there's really no point you sitting there. Okay. You have to participate. If I can't see you on camera and you're not participating, I don't know where you are. Okay. Good job, Stacy. Kevin, good job. Haley, good job. Arshus, nice. Good job, Carolina. Elizabeth, muy bien. Priscilla, Christopher, good job. Go get him, Marilisa. Okay, one more minute, you guys, and then I want to start. Go get him, Heaven. Okay. All right, I'm going to end the game, you guys, in 3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. That was a new game. Did you guys ever played that one before? I don't remember seeing that one. All right, Carlota, Priscilla, Kamura, great job. Nikki, good job, you guys. Arshus, Charlie, and Haley, good job. Well done, well done. Okay, so go ahead and back out of that, you guys. And I'm just waiting on my computer at this point. So give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, I did. It said, I'm sorry, Christopher. Okay. All right. Let me have a minute to get my screen pulled up here, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what we're going to do. Okay. All right. So first thing is first, you guys, take a look at my screen, por favor. You want to make sure, once again, that you've done all of your Unit 3 VHL. There are several of you who have not yet completed your Unit 3 VHL assignments. We also have been working on this review unit, okay? And the last time we were together, we did a listening for errors activity, okay? So if you missed that, I put it in here. This is the one that works, okay? And so let me know if you have any trouble accessing that. Now, dun, 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 big news. Okay, listen carefully. Remember I said that this was our review unit, the last thing for the year. Tomorrow, and you know, for the rest of the, until grades are due, on the 15th, you guys are going to have a choice, okay, in how you want to finish this activity, okay, or this unit, I mean to say. So there are going to be two, it says practice, but these are how we're going to finish the year, right? Recording and speaking practice numero uno, and recording and speaking practice numero dos. So if you want to join me in Canvas and you can follow along, that's fine. If you want to work on these today, but we're going to have another activity in here just a second. I just want to make sure that you see this and you have time to make a choice, okay? So let's look at the first choice. If you choose to do this as your speaking, okay, here's your first choice. Access the immersive reader. Listen to the story, the same story I'm talking about, La Excursión de la Familia Garcia. Listen to the story as many times as you need. Decide on a group of sentences, and they have to be at least 3, no more than 4, like a paragraph, that you would like to read aloud and record it. Okay, so you would practice reading them aloud to yourself, and then you would come back to this assignment and record yourself reading the sentences you have practiced. And then here's examples on how to record, okay, in Canva. So that's choice number 1. I don't care which one you choose. You're just going to pick one, okay, where you pick on 3 or 4 sentences, a group of 3 or 4 sentences out of the story. You practice pronouncing them, and then you record yourself reading them. If you don't like that idea, here's your other one. Using the story vocabulary and any other vocab we have practiced in class, write a rough draft response in full sentences in Spanish to the following question based upon the story. Practice speaking your response aloud and record your response below. Here are your instructions, and here's the question. ¿Por qué está un poco nervioso Pablo? So who can help me? What do you think this question is asking? ¿Por qué está un poco nervioso Pablo? Remember, Pablo's the little boy in the story. Very good. So, very good. Why is Pablo a little nervous? Okay, so you would find the answer in the story in your own words, in Spanish, no outside help. You would practice your response, then you're going to record your response. So you have two choices. You write a response and read it to me, your response, or you choose 3 or 4 sentences and then you record those. So you pick one. You have a choice. That's why they're numbered, right? There's number 1 or number 2. You can choose whichever one you want. Okay? All right. Any questions on those? All right. Now, what are we doing today about shamans and et cetera, et cetera? I have a movie for us. Are you guys willing to do for a movie? Yes? Are you all willing to do a movie? Sí, por supuesto. Okay. Let me get my gear ready here. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Okay. So join me in Canvas. Everybody join me in Canvas, por favor. And you should see a module called movie or Pachamama, right? And then a movie guide. Absolutely. Now, before you click on that movie guide and freak out a little bit, I'm going to tell you that you're not going to have to do all of it. So let's just start there. So pay attention and we'll go through which ones you're going to be expected to do. Okay. So go ahead and open it up. Okay. So our first part of our movie guide, well, let's look at the instructions. You'll need to complete this during class because the video won't be available any other time. Okay. This is not a video that I can put up on the whatever or put it in embedded or anything like that. Okay. So you'll have to do this in class. You can respond in either English or Spanish. In this first section, these are our characters. Okay. If you want just for yourself, you can jot down a couple of words in English to remind you who's who, because these names are kind of hard, right? And the reason they're hard is because they're indigenous names. They're not Spanish, right? They're indigenous. And we're going to talk about indigenous to where here in just a minute. Okay. Then there's this draw thing. Draw and label the characters and animals. I am not going to require you to do that. Okay. If you want to do that, have fun with it. That's no problem. So you don't have to do the drawing part. Okay. Then you have this number 1, and it says answer in English during the movie. Okay, so there's the English. And number 2 is the same questions, but in Spanish. Okay, so again, you don't have to do that, right? Because they're the same questions as number 1. So you don't have to do those. Y'all with me here? Yeah, you don't have to do these because they're in English already. Now, if you want to do them in Spanish, knock yourself out. That's cool. And then after the movie, okay, after the movie, you do not have to answer these questions. You do not have to answer these in Spanish. Again, you can if you want to, but you do have to do this matching, right? So it gives you a simple sentence and you just put their name in. And so and these are the characters, right? And so if you did this top part with the characters, then that would help you with the last part. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up. Yes. Okay. So you can make your notes, describe the person. You don't have to do it in Spanish. You can do it in English. Okay. You're going to answer the questions in English. And at the very bottom, scroll, then you're going to match your characters. Okay. Okay. Questions? So we will not finish this today. And so You want to make sure that you're working on this as we go. Like I say, it won't be available to you otherwise. Carlota, Elizabeth, Haley, Heaven, yeah, the movie will not be available to you otherwise. So you guys really need to try to get this done. Okay. All right. Any questions before I start the film? Before I start it and get it rocking. Okay. Well, fingers crossed that I can get this to work. It's loading. Okay. And again, if you can't hear it or something, you need to let me know. Okay. So who are the indigenous and like where is this coming from? Well, this is based on, I'm gonna share this little slide with you while you guys get organized. Okay, this is based on the ancient Inca, and you may or may not have heard about them in history class, but they're a tribe, were a tribe in what is today, you can see here like southern Colombia, Peru, Chile, and all the way down here. Okay, Chile. And you guys have to kind of understand something. They had their own empire, so that's what this is sort of set in. But you guys need to kind of, just to give you some context, okay? If you can see my screen here on the map, okay? This is Brazil, right? This is Brazil. Brazil alone, okay, is the size of the United States, okay? Square miles, et cetera, et cetera. It is roughly the size of the United States. So that kind of gives us an idea of how large the continent of South America is, okay? Having said that, check out the Inca Empire. So if we're talking about, this looks like, oh, it's not that much, that's not that big, it's not that big. It is because of the square area, okay? When you figure that Brazil alone is the size of the United States, okay? So our movie is set in this area of the world during the Incan Empire, okay? All right, any questions about the Inca? I hope you all have heard of the Inca. They were pretty amazing people. Pretty amazing. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. Okay, if you can't hear it at some point, please reach out. No.
¡Wow! ¡Se ven tan chiquitos!
My screen is black. Oh, please don't tell me that. No me digas. Okay, let me try something else. Okay, let's try again. Okay, can y'all see that? Yes? Okay, great. Let's try again. Now, can you still see it? No? Okay, but you can see it that way?
I think it's because Netflix, it won't allow you to share screen because sometimes it can be like illegal movie pirating.
Right. Can y'all see this? No, but you could see it a minute ago? It's weird to me. You
No, no,
got
no,
it
no,
all?
no, no, no. Por favor, escuchen.
It's just black.
Llamas buenas. ¡Mayra! ¡Mayra, mira!
Okay. Oh no. All right, you guys. So this is one day I don't have a plan B, right? One day I don't have a plan B. Mr. Villa doesn't have plan B. I will work on it though, because I am determined. I'm determined. Okay. Um, it's not, I've already looked on YouTube. I know, but I will look around and see what we need to do. Okay. So what that means is this. Okay, this is gonna be Miss Ruella's plan B today. Um, what we need to do is make sure we have VHL Unit 3 done, make sure we have everything done from the Excursión de la Familia Garcia done, and you can work on your recording practice. And I can help you with that. If you choose number 2 and you want to answer the question, you can write out a rough draft and I'll help you with that. So we do have Spanish work we can do. Some of you still need to do the Nearpod for the story, the comprehension check for the story. It's not like we don't have work to do. We do have work to do. Okay. So let's just make it a work day. In the meantime, I will continue to work on trying to get this movie to you because I really want you to see it. Okay. Sound like a deal? Give me a thumbs up. Let's stay in Zoom. Okay, you guys, because we do, like I said, and I'll be quiet because if you guys are going to plan on recording or practicing or answering that question or whatever, I know you guys need quiet. So I'll be kind of quiet and I'll talk to you through Go Guardian or in chat or something like that. Okay. All right. Last thing, if you have trouble accessing the Nearpods, then please let me know. Okay. Let me know. And if anybody has a plan on how to watch that movie, let me know and I'll dig around. Like an alternative route. in, your recording attempt, Carlota? Okay. Well, you know, we have Canvas issues, right? Because of the hacking. Give me a minute. See what I can figure out here. Okay, hang on one second, Kimura, because you know, Canvas got hacked, so some things aren't jiving. So give me 1 second. Okay, if you guys have tried to submit something and it wouldn't work, go ahead and refresh your Canvas. And try again, and then maybe let me know. Still won't submit. Okay, let's see, Carlota. Did you refresh your Canvas screen? You did. Okay. Can you pull the assignment up on Go Guardian? Okay. Okay, show me how you tried to do it. Just kind of go through the steps. Okay. Okay, um, did you save it? You hit that save button that was on the right-hand side before, and then it like puts it on your computer. Okay, let me try. Maybe because Canvas is not working right. Let me give it a try. Okay. Oh, my bad. Okay, so here's what I was saying. If you have tried to do the recording assignment and it will not save your recording, then what you need to do, I just changed the setting, so you probably need to refresh Canvas again. What you'll need to do is record it on your computer. I don't know if Cami allows you to record or some other thing, or just the microphone on your Chromebook, if it allows you to create a thing and save it. And then you can go to that assignment and upload it off of your computer or from Cami or whatever. The Canvas recording is not allowing you to submit. Okay. And I was complaining because the hackers, this is all because of the hackers. Yeah. So this morning, as teachers, seniors, we have to have senior grades due and stuff like that. And it's not allowing us. We have to do everything manually. So, poo-poo on the hackers. That's all I got to say. So let me know if you have issues you'll need to try. This is why we're just going to use the time today to work out any bugs. Please don't just sit idly. We are out of time for the school year. Your stuff is due at the end of the week. And with Canvas being glitchy, it's going to take us longer to do what we need to do as teachers, and maybe as you too. So please use your time now so that we can sort it out together. Let me know if you have a question. Christopher, I hope you can hear me. James, I hope you can hear me. Lay, I hope you can hear me. Melanie. Catalina, I hope you heard me. Charlie. I know Carlota heard me. So at the end of class today, I should see work turned in VHL. I should have attempts for speaking. I should have near pods to grade. I should have gallery walks to grade. I should have stuff to grade, right? Hey, Carlota. Yes, Heaven. Um, Carlota, did you get it to work in Canvas or did you have to use another something? Let me know. You had to use your computer. Okay. All right. So listen up, everybody. You guys, to do those recording things, you're going to have to use your computer, or if Cami allows you to record or some other thing to create a file, download it, and then go and upload it, right? So you're not going to be able to record within Canvas. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if y'all got that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. What was an error, James? Correct. That's what we've been saying. That's what we've been talking about. That Canvas was hacked, and so it's not allowing us to record. There's a question in there, Arshis. You don't have to come up with the question. There's a question in there. You just answer the question that's in there. Oh, yes, that will work. Nope, you have a choice. You only have to do, you only have to do one. You don't have to do them both. Okay. Yep. Just your choice. Well, you can redo it until you have until the 15th. Christopher. Yeah. Well, you have until the 15th. You can redo it. You do. You do. But not everybody can do that. Even native Spanish speakers. Sometimes it's just not physically possible. Okay, we have about a minute. Any last minute questions, you guys? I promise I will try to find a way to show us that movie or another movie or something, okay? But in the meantime, Our focus is on getting everything done and doing well on our finals this week. Okay. I tried to show a movie during finals week, you guys. I'm trying. Okay. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Adios a todos. Reach out in inbox if y'all have a question. Okay.